Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I don't know if you're hearing me from this. I'm actually going to check. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. So I think you're hearing me from this. That's cool. Sports betting research. We're going to be going through, I think what I want to do is just go through the NBA slate, and we might actually go through some of the picks that I found for the NFL coming up this Sunday. I'm literally adjusting my strategy on the fly. I've been changing. I've been trying to get better every single day. I've been trying to learn from my mistakes every single day. But one side note I wanted to address real quick for anyone who bets on sports, why a model is very important. I'm not saying my model, and I'm not saying that I'm smarter than you, but there's this sports betting is dangerous. Like it really is. So let's just address something real quick. I want you guys to see something, or I want you to see something. We have a really small competitive spread coming up with the Chiefs and the Bills. Again, this is a sharp sports book. $1 million industry. I'm not smarter than them. They adjust their lines based off of sharp bettors that are accurate over time. So we could see it's a small spread with a value of 1. And we have a really high scoring game, a 52 total over or under points for the entirety of the game. So a small spread, large total, that is a high scoring shootout game. Now, using your brain, I mean, I've never been a football player. I never played a live game of football since elementary school. And I really don't watch much sports. But what I do know is in competitive shootout games, you're looking to take the passing and receiving over. You're not really wanting to do rushing attempts, yards, touchdowns. Like rushing, you usually fade on games like this because usually if a team is trying to compete, they're scoring a lot, they're in a close matchup, you're trying to throw the ball, getting downfield, you're trying to gain that lead. Once you get that lead is when teams try to slow the game down, they put the ball on the floor, they'll run. But because this is a competitive game, it's high scoring, you should be wanting to take the over on passing, over on receiving stats, and under on rushing. And so I'm going to act like this isn't here. I'm going to go and clear filters. We're just going to see what picks we have for the game. So Chiefs, Bills. We're going to look at regular odds. We're going to even just do a minimum hit rate of 50%. Coin flip. Coin flip head to head. And then we'll just do a neutral to favorable matchup, show alternate lines, and let's just see what's available. We click the last 5 to make sure it's accurate. We see over on rushing and receiving yards for Juju Smith-Schuster. We see under on Joshua Allen in a high-scoring shootout, Bills versus Chiefs. You see an under on passing yards for Josh Allen. Under on receiving yards, 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 under on over on rushing yards, over on rushing yards, under on receiving, over on rushing, under on pass attempts, over on like I don't know how much explaining I need to do. If you can't see the correlation, Sharp says it's going to be a high-scoring shootout, and the sports books are giving you these juiced, beautiful, green across the board lines for plays that very well still could hit, but they're just not likely to. They're just not likely to whatsoever. I'm actually going to on the fly. Let's just look at something real quick. If we consider that the Bills lose a game, which they don't lose that often, I'm going to just see how the hit rates look when the Bills lose by 1.5. Okay, so far this year, that has a 75% hit rate. You go to home games. So if we look at games with the exact scenario where they lose by 1 and they're at home, that has a 0% chance of hitting based off of recent data. Now, are we expecting that to be the same? I don't know. But I think there's a reason why these lines are available and they look so good. Just speculation. Either way, I did my research last night, so I'll show the picks and what I did for them. So under on Jamal Murray turnovers, I think this is going to be a high. Let me just confirm real quick. Yay. So yeah, it's going to be a mid-scoring blowout game. It was closer to a higher scoring game. That still is close. 237 is still like closer to a high scoring game. So it's a weak defense game where Denver should walk away effortlessly. Great hit rate across the board. Favorable or neutral matchup. That's one of my favorite plays of the day. I feel super confident. And then kind of to correlate with that, you could either do points and rebounds at 11.5, or you can do points and rebounds at 10.5. Wait, what? I don't know. It looks like his line got juiced. But I like this play as well. I don't know why you can't see the hit rates. Okay, there we go. But we're expecting the Nuggets. I mean, like, it's an okay hit rate across the board. This is a weighted coin flip if you just went off of that, as well as if they win by that much. Yeah, 50% so far this year in games like this. You go to home games, 100% at home, winning by 12. So I feel pretty good about this one. I'm expecting. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I think the Pelicans are pretty good, better than they have been, but the Nuggets should take this one. Jonas should get more opportunities. They're not known to have, I think, amazing wing defenders. Point guard. Yeah, they're definitely better at their front court compared to their back court. So, feeling good about that play. I also did this one because I'm pretty sure this is going to be another high-scoring competitive game. Yeah, it's going to be another high-scoring competitive game, Memphis versus Suns. And usually what that means is you see a lot of starter minutes, less bench minutes, and when it's high-scoring, that means the ball is going to be going to the basket, so there's less rebound opportunities. So that's why I like this one a lot too. So, again, losing by that much, close game, hit right across the board, really good, and you do home. Hit right across the board, really good, as well as 0 in their last matchup with similar game flow. So, feeling good about that one. I did just take this one because, obviously, last night before I did all my NFL research, I only had 3 plays at the time, and I'm taking 2-mans, so I had to find an extra one. And just to correlate with the high scoring and competitiveness, we just took the jaw over on assists. I'm never one to advocate for taking discounted lines, but I'm not also for forcing plays. So I just took this because I didn't want to lose the value and see if lines were going to change. I wanted to take advantage of it. Those are my plays so far for today. We're going to quickly just do some quick research. So we're going to use Pinnacle. We're going to look for either small spreads, large spreads with high scoring or low scoring. So I did a little bit of research of my own. From my understanding, NBA less than 5 is competitive and more than 10 is potential blowout. So we're going to go to the NBA. Less than 5. Celtics, Cavs is going to be a competitive mid-scoring game. Pistons, Magic is going to be a competitive mid-scoring game. So these two can be paired together. I'm going to assume Cavs favored, yeah. And I'm going to assume, actually I'm not going to assume Magic are favored. So Cavs, Magic are favored in those games. We'll just look at those games real quick. Negative 120 odds for regular odds. I'm probably just going to do these 2 games because I gave the picks that I liked so far. I'm going to probably do a little bit of research on my own without recording, just because I feel like I'm that kind of guy. But I was actually thinking of something different. I mean, this is. So we know it's going to be mid-scoring games. Mid-scoring competitive games. Let's just see what we got. What we got available here. We've got a good amount of plays to look at. We'll look at the overs. This is speaking to me. The Magic win in a close matchup. I don't like that. He's been hitting this at a 50% clip so far this season. In a game that they win, so far he's 0% showing away games. That one's not bad, but it's not that good either. I'm not going to take a bench players over in a competitive game. That's just not smart. I'm going to just see what this says. If I was going to take a play right now, it would probably be the Carter one. I don't love it, so I'm probably not going to take it. But if I was going to take a play, it'd probably be the Carter one for these 2 games. So that's it. We're just addressing the NFL Bills versus Chiefs scandal. I want to say that I feel like the only reason I wanted to make that like quick little note on that is because that's like one of the only games where that was like the exact opposite of what you would want to take in those kind of game scripts. And the reason why I think that is because that's going to be the biggest game of the week for the NFL, the Bills versus the Chiefs. It's going to be the primetime game. You're going to have your unc and your fucking aunt all over. You're going to be eating fucking wings. And it's going to be all the recreational sports bettors, the people that like to just short-term make profit, cash a couple $100. They're going to be like, oh, shoot, look at these hit rates. They're going to click on Prize Picks. Look at that fucking good hit rate in the last 5 games. You're going to be like, yeah, fuck Josh Allen. That dude ain't doing shit. Mahomes is my N-word. We're going to fucking, you know. And then they're going to get a lot of people look at those hit rates. A lot of people who just look at hit rate data and they're going to be like, damn, I'm getting so much value. And then they're going to make a shit ton of money. That's really what it is. If the game script is right, if the sharps that adjusted these lines, the ones that are set for the game, which is going to be a competitive shootout, if that is accurate in any way, shape, or form, everybody loses their edge. Everybody that takes those picks are losing their edge. And so they know that this is going to be the biggest game of the week. They know they have to be as sharp as possible on these games. That's what I think it is. That's me speculating. So, with that said, hope that was insightful. Hope you take away from it. Hope you have a good day. Don't watch sports. It's a waste of time, and they're really long and boring. Go play Fortnite. It's way better. But make money off of sports. See ya.